I always thought that my stance on abortion was, it was my place never to judge anybody, but I would never be able to do that myself. I mean, I kind of threw all that out the window. My name is Ellie. I am a college student at Sacramento State. I found out I was pregnant in early April of last year. The first people I told were my roommates. I was in a sorority when I joined college, so I was surrounded by a lot of party people. I knew multiple girls in that sorority that had already had abortions at that point, and I don't know, I guess it was kind of almost like normalized in a sense. I would say the craziest thing I've learned is how many women have abortions. I think about a third of the Gen Z population is already dead. I did tell the guy that when I found out I was pregnant, he said that I had already committed a sin to get myself pregnant in the first place. So there was no harm in just kind of adding on to that list. And so I was around 6 or 7 weeks when I had gotten the pills from Planned Parenthood. Yeah, I was shocked at how easy it was. I was really surprised that this procedure that costed hundreds of dollars was being paid for, and it was really oddly easy. It was like I just took I don't know, ibuprofen or something. Mentally after, it was probably the hardest. I had suffered with really, really bad depression. That was the first time in a long time where I had the lingering suicidal thoughts come back and stuff I hadn't. It was scary. And I hadn't felt that way in a long time. And nothing about it was okay. And it'll stick with me for the rest of my life. And that's not something they tell you. They just tell you that you'll get over it and it'll all be fine soon. Honestly, I think it was less than 6 months. I had found alternatives online, and I had called about the abortion recovery group, and I knew I needed to come and do something. I was really nervous, but by the end of that first night, I definitely left feeling a lot more relieved, and I could just kind of breathe again. Everybody had different walks of life, and throughout those 10 weeks, we all learned a lot about each other, and it was very eye-opening to see how not one person's story is the same. And I don't think I've ever been so honest before without feeling I could say whatever I wanted without being judged. I think the group very much helped me. A big thing for me was forgiving others, but then also to start on that journey of forgiving myself. I am able to feel grace and understand why I was misled and why I did the things I did, but how God's love is still there. So when I had first reached out and kind of felt called to do the group, I knew that I needed to make changes in my lifestyle, and the way that I was living wasn't okay. I had been a smoker for probably 6 years of my life. I just started to feel more convicted for things that I never really gave any thought to. But by the end of that group, I wanted nothing to do with it anymore, and so I don't do that anymore. I read my Bible at night instead. It just blows my mind how many people are going through this and how many experiences there are, but it's just written off as something that's not a big deal at all. I think that the class not only it's definitely helped a lot in terms of the abortion recovery, but also outside of that too, and just my relationship with God in general. And I find myself kind of applying things that we learned and talked about. Being a Christian is a completely different way of life. It's not just a label you have for yourself. I've grown up going to church, but I've never had a place where I truly feel like I could connect to my faith and learn things that I take with me every day.